from some great place, some very old uh, wooden Buddhas have been brought. They are very sacred. And they were all kept there. The priest said, you can sleep inside the temple, it doesn't matter. The night was very cold. So he took 2 or 3 of those wooden Buddhas. He set matches and he was getting nice fire and he was just basking himself. Night, the priest woke up. He was horrified to see that such valuable things were being burnt. He said, what a monk is he? 11080.
Very ideal, Swamiji.
No, in my case, it goes to hypotension often enough. So, below 120, normally we don't like it. See, 120/80 is okay. 110, because mine is always, you see, even when I had the high BP and all, I mean, when I had my heart rate, this thing was hypotension, it is never hypertension. From the very beginning, it comes down, so I have to be careful about going down. In spiritual path too. So, he said, what a monk are you? He said, look here, out of 12, 6 only I have taken. So when all 6 have come, please bring the other 6 also, let me have a nice, otherwise they are doing nothing for anybody. At least let me use them. He said, what a fellow is that? He said, he drove him out, get out. And early in the morning, the priest was going out to his house by about 10 o'clock. He saw this monk was sitting near a milestone and he was doing beautiful puja to that milestone with all the mantras and all that. He went and told him, what madness? You are burning away all the Buddhas and you are doing puja to this milestone. He asked him, is there any difference between the Buddha and this milestone? That's all.
For the absolute point, from the absolute point there is no, but from the relative point there is lot of.
Yes, correct.
That phrase depends a lot.
The values it has to, but then the point was, he knew about the priest. He was just right for going up, and he was staying on the lower levels. So for him only this was done. So it's a specific sadhana for certain people. I agree with you, it's not for all. Because it is told, Bhavadvaitam kuryat, Kriyadvaitam na kuryat. In the bhava, you know that everything is the same. But in action, we have to treat a donkey as a donkey and an elephant as an elephant. Never confuse it. That is that. That's true. So, Kriyadvaitam na kuryat. One should not, because this is Vyavahara. Vyavahara is world. So in the world, in the empirical world, well, you have to deal according to the laws there. That is why we got 2 words, Ritam and Satyam. See, the Shanti Mantra say, let the Ritam protect me, let the Satyam protect me. There are 2 words, Avid, Mam. So there, Me Satyam. This rhythm means rhythm in English. What is rhythm? Everything is in harmony. That is the law of harmony for the entire world, which governs the entire world. Entire world is in harmony. Everything comes in its time. The season comes in its time. Yeah, mango gives only mangoes. It doesn't forget and give you bananas one day. So like that, everything is systematized and everything is in harmony. So that rhythm is called a rhythm in Sanskrit. In English, you will find rhythm means truth, satyam means truth. See, he doesn't go beyond it. But this is the relative truth and the law which governs it. While Satyam is the highest law which governs the entire cosmos and the being and everything comes under it. That is the comprehensive. So that is the Satya. That's how we call it. So Satya is beyond Desha, Kala. See, there are 3 limitations for us. One is space, another is time, and the third is object. What do you mean by that? You are here now, you are not in Bangalore, but your Atman is everywhere. Where are you not? You are in everywhere. So this is not correct from that point of view. So when once you are a Jivatma, you are limited by space. Then I am now alive. I was not alive some 300 years back in this body. So naturally it has limited me. Before 1927, I was not born. And after 2020, I may not be there. So you are limited again. What is object? This is Santosh and this is Shantananda. Shantananda is not there and Santosh is not there. You are limited, I am limited. But everything is me. Where is Santosh? Where is Shantananda? There is nothing like that. So it's all me alone everywhere. So that is why, that is Atita. So this Satya is Trikala Abhaditam Vastu Satyamityuchyate. That which existed at all times, existed in the hoary past, the one which will exist in the infinite future, that which now exists. So that is called the Satya. You know that famous story?
Which one?
Janaka, he was having his meals and was lying down in his cot. He was not sleeping. His wife was fanning him. In those days, no electric fan. Suddenly he sees a vision. While awake, he sees a vision. In the vision, suddenly his minister comes along with some Sainikas. He says, "Oh my lord, the Shatrus have come inside. They are all coming here. They will catch you. Go through that secret path. Run." So he is not able to run. They come and catch him. They take him before the enemy king. The king says, "I have heard of you that you are a very, very just, a very just king and all that. So I don't want to kill you. Tonight before 12 o'clock, you will go outside the jurisdiction of your king. That's all. I give you time. If you run fastest without stopping anywhere, perhaps you may be able to transgress the border and go outside the kingdom." He begins to run. And he has already announced to the people, nobody should come out and see him. Nobody should give him a drop of water. So he's tired, he's hungry. Night, 12 o'clock, he's able to just cross the border and come there, where there is a big Chaudhary house, a dharamshala. The manager is sleeping. He goes and falls at his feet. "I am King Janaka, please for heaven's sake, for Lord's sake, give me something, I am hungry." He says, "Hey, yesterday night there was a big feast, so everything is over. But all those vessels containing rice and all that have been put under the taps. They are filled with water, because in the morning they will come and they will wash it. Go and see if something is available there." He puts his hand in that. He gets one handful of rice, cooked rice. When he's about to take it, two dogs from somewhere come and just they all fall down. Then he begins to weep. "Lord, you don't want me to live or what? What have you done to me?" Then suddenly he finds his wife is asking, "What is the matter? What is the matter? You are mourning?" Then he finds that he is there lying down. Then he asks the question, "Is this truth? Etat satyam va, tat satyam va? Is this the truth or that the truth?" People don't know what is this, what is that. Then they call the doctors. He said, no doctors. Then so many people come, they say, "This is not the truth, that is the truth." He said, "What is this, what is that?" That fellow didn't know. He just told this, that. He said, no, put him, behead him. Then so many people come, nobody is able to. At last, the great sage called Ashtavakra, who is not only a hunchback, his body is crooked in about 8 places. So when he walks with a waddling, then all people laugh. When he was coming, he was sitting with a number of Advaitic Pandits. He was discussing God. When they all saw, all the people laughed. Then Ashtavakra laughed the loudest of all. The king asked, "Look here, we all laughed at you. Why are you laughing?" "I am laughing at you people. I was told that you are all the great Advaitic people who have reached the highest point. And now I find you are all cobblers whose eyesight is only on the body. It is not on the soul. So the one who looks after the skin, it is only the cobbler and the shoemaker." So the king is little, all big pandits, Tarkacharya, Vyakaranacharya's. So he asks, "Tell us, do you know the answer?" "Yes." "Look here, at that time he was very hungry. Are you now hungry?" "No." "So what held good at that time is not holding good now. Then, now you are sitting here, you are very happy, you are there. Were you happy at that time? No. So neither that is true nor this is true. Go beyond it, and that is the truth. So, yatat satyam atat satyam.
So before that also was Janaka realized or not realized?
You see, they say, later on he comes to, he says there are several versions, we don't know which is true now. In one he asks Ashtavakra, it is told that one can get realization. You put the first foot on the stirrup of a horse. Before you raise the second and put it, one can get Jivanmukti. Is it a fact? And can you do it for me? He said yes. He puts his first step on the stirrup, Janaka. Then he asks, look here. What all you possess, you make it over to me. Then he writes that, what all I possess, I make over to him, give it to him. Then he says, this is not sufficient. Your entire body, your entire mind, you give it to me. Given. In that case, you cannot think unless I permit you. Mind is with me. So you cannot think. So remain like this. And you will not talk without my permission. So you are standing. And it's more than about 2 weeks. The people are worried, the ministers all come. Janaka, what happened? What are you doing? Come there are a number of problems to be solved. Mount. They say, this old man has put some spell. Then they say, Swamiji, please release him from the spell. He has to go and do a lot of work. I am not doing anything. If you want, I will go away, but he will remain like this. And then you ask him, now you go and do it. Now the entire kingdom is mine. You will do it as my representative. You have nothing to do with it otherwise. So he becomes a Jiva. This is one story. The other story is that Yajnavalkya was his guru. So he had taught him. So he takes sannyas first. His guru doesn't take sannyas at that time. In Mahabharata it comes. He takes sannyas. 3 times he comes round his guru, Yajnavalkya. He cannot take from him. He has taken from somewhere. We don't know. And he goes to Mithila Nagari where he is the king and he takes Bhiksha. His wife is simply burning with anger. There are 2 shlokas. In one he says, is there nobody in this Mithila who can come and break his kamandalu and his danda? She is shouting. I don't know what actually it means. There. So, there are several versions. But what does it matter when he gets? Let us see what when we get.
But the stories are nice. The stories are nice.
You know, I am this. Next to Vyasa, I am this. Next to Sutta, I am this storyteller. You ask him how many stories I would have told. See, I wrote so many books on Tripura Rahasya and all that. The most famous are my stories. Stories for inspiration and stories for meditation.
Both are. We have given quite a number of copies.
Yeah.
Everybody liked it.
Oh, we can give to our children also. They can read.
You should put your leg there.
No, I have to go now. Because I'm fine. I'll have to slow